Virgo April 2022 reading. Yay! So yeah, I thought I'd, get a little nice step. Actually wore a dress today for our chat. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off as I always do with this, with casting our elemental circle so that, everything within the circle, high vibe, nice and clear, so we can get the best and clearest messages for our best and highest good. For all you Virgos out there, whether it's sun, moon, rising, elsewhere in your chart, or perhaps you have friends and family that are Virgos. Actually, my mom's a Virgo, and my best friend's wife is also a Virgo. So there's a few Virgos here and there in my life. I don't think in my chart I have any Virgo, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. By the way, if you are interested in any of the links down below, which pertain to my website, my readings, Leon Mystery School, where I teach Mayan astrology, amongst other fabulous teachers, my Patreon page, my YouTube membership, PayPal me, all those good things that help to support this channel. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start off with my Tibetan singing bowl here. And I like to use sound to just kind of break up and clear up that energy, get things nice and clear. So while I do this, let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and out and get ourselves nice and centered. All right, so let's have some fun. All right, love the sound of those Tibetan singing bowls. Okay, so I am going to use a bit of Florida water here. I'm going to use all the elements to basically kind of charge the space, get it up nice and clear. Hey, Sumi! So yes, let's get that Florida water going. And by the way, you might be wondering why I might be casting a circle. It's not only for the energy here, but I do believe that energy transcends space and time. So you don't physically have to be here with me to reap the benefits of that circle. Anybody watching, listening, no matter when that is within the confines of this circle. So we're protected. Everything is nice and clear, and I'm using the energy of these elements. So although maybe you can't feel the Florida water, the energy of that I'm putting out there with that cleansing watery energy is going out there for you guys. All right. You know what? I left my lighter on the other side of the kitchen. So come with me. Let us go grab my lighter. Here we go. Because we have to light our candle, of course, and our incense. And here I am just getting locked up on everything as I pass through here. All right, welcome to my kitchen, you guys. All right, passing by once again, trying not to get hooked up on everything. You think you have everything, and then the one thing, your lighter. My witch's companion. All right, so sorry for the sound. That's just the tripod. Okay, so let's go ahead and light our candle. We're almost done with this beautiful yellow candle. Oh, have to go get some more yellow candles. All right, so bringing in that fire energy, so just kind of burning away anything that need not be in this space. All right, and then taking our cone incense, we're going to use the smoke to again clear the space with scent. All right. Here we go. It smells so good. There we go. All right, and then lastly, I have my wand here. This is actually my personal wand, and this is one that I bought from James a while back. He would make these for his shop off and on, and actually now we work together to make our wands for Desert Cauldron. But this is a beautiful piece of eucalyptus from his neighborhood up north in California. Beautiful quartz crystal and a beautiful quartz sphere down here. These are fabulous. So I'm going to use this for the earth element and to help bring in our elemental energy for our circle. So let's go ahead and get nice and centered once again. And off to the right is the north. So we're going to call in the northern elemental energies. All right. So again, just imagining that source energy coming through me, through my heart, down my arms, into this magical appendage. So calling in the elemental energies in the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the west to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the south to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the east to help us to cast our circle today. The circle is cast, let our work begin, and so it is. All right, so Jonathan, oh my gosh, aloha, how are you? Welcome. We are going to be diving into our little Virgo friends here and their monthly reading. So I have my list here of just kind of the things that we're going to be doing during this chat today. So anybody who watches this in the future, anybody who's new, you kind of get an understanding of what is next. And next is actually the monthly reading. After that, I want to pull cards for different areas of our life for April 2022: health, wealth, love, and career. Then I want to go into maybe pulling some cards on our opportunities and blocks that we may encounter in April 2022 as a Virgo. Then we'll go into a viewer's choice where you guys will get to vote on one of two questions that you would like me to pull cards for. Then we will go into a healing with these lovely Tibetan singing bowls that are James's. He has several lovely Tibetan singing bowls. So, and then we'll close up our circle and I will do my gratitudes. All right. Jonathan said, and so it is, Virgo here. All right. So for the monthly reading, I'm actually using my friend Steph's spring spread. And I know not everybody obviously resides in the Northern Hemisphere, but I do find that the questions are pretty good for just change of season, whether that is Northern Hemisphere or Southern Hemisphere. I just really like the questions. So let's go ahead and pull all of those cards. And first of all, what decks am I using? I am using the Mystic Fairy Tarot, the Lavish Earth Oracle. So I'm going to be pulling a few crystal cards that possibly you guys could work with in April. I'm going to pull an essential oil card from the Essential Oil Healing deck. And of course, my Wally's World Oracle. V Love and Crystals Feelings in Bloom Oracle deck, which actually I was typing up the newsletter for April, and I'm pretty much finished. I just have to take a look at the contacts list, but I was mentioning V's deck in there since I've pretty much used it for almost all the zodiac readings so far, and I really love it. And then I'm going to be using the Good Karma Tarot, and lastly, the Animal Love Oracle cards. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So give me a moment while I pull all of these cards. I am going to scoot this forward a little bit. I think everything is kind of far away from me. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so there are a lot of cards to pull, about 11 cards. So give me just a moment, you guys. By the way, while I lay the cards out, there have been a lot of court cards and major arcana cards in all of the readings thus far. So I'm curious to see what's going to be going on for Virgo. And all except yesterday's reading for Leo was the very first card a major arcana card. So yesterday it was a court card, so it's still a, an interesting card, but I just thought it's been pretty cool that there's just, it seems like it is a quote unquote major month for all of the zodiac thus far. All right, so pulling those cards. just making some room on the floor here. Okay, so that's it for the Mystic Fairy Tarot. Like I said, I'm also going to be pulling some crystal cards to see what crystals you could possibly work with this month. Of course, you're not limited. These are just suggestions. And also, if you don't have these particular crystals, if you can still get some benefit from meditating on the image of that crystal, whether you have a crystal deck or you're viewing the image online or in a photograph. So 3 crystals for Virgo, April 2022. All right, crystals for Virgo, April 2022. Crystals for Virgo, April 2022. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to pull from the Essential Oils Healing deck, just one essential oil. And if you find that you have an allergy to that particular essential oil or you don't have it, perhaps maybe you can work with the herb, or you can find something that is similar in energy. For me, I'm a little green witch, so I like to, create my own essential oils, or, get them from a person that I trust, or work with herbs and teas, things that I'm cooking, things like that. So I like to either have the scent, hence the cone incense, have the scent surround me, or I like to ingest my herbs. All right. Okay, dokie. And then last but not least, Wally. So what's my baby, my Puma, got for us in April 2022 for all of our Virgo friends? All right, let's take a look-ski. All right, Wally, what do you, okay, okay, dokie. Wally's already picked a card for you guys. All right, so let me get these back in the box here. All right. Okay, move those off to the side. All right, so, okay, I think this was the card that I pulled for Aries, which I believe was the first sign that I read for. And this is actually taken by me when I was visiting the Vatican in Rome. And I thought it was just interesting, this little girl going out these ginormous doors. It was interesting. So let's take a look at the theme for Virgo for April 2022. Okay, so immediately the messages that I was getting are daunting. So almost a feeling of overwhelm. And so we'll take a look into the card as I pull the rest of the cards to see maybe, if we can flesh out what that means and, how we can overcome it. And obviously it might come up in, the block that I'm going to be pulling cards for as well, the opportunities and blocks. So I'm just getting like that there is a lot to do, perhaps a lot of pressure that others and possibly yourself, putting onto you. So just overwhelm. So maybe keep that in mind. I know a lot of people with the change of season want to get lots of things done. Some people are going to take this time to take it easy. Some people are going to be making use of that energy. But, if things are already hectic, then taking on more is definitely not going to help things. So if you are starting to feel a bit of that overwhelm, maybe, us pulling the cards here today, we'll look at ways that maybe you can alleviate some of that overwhelm. So just be wary that, with all the energy out there and all of the let's get this done and let's get this done, might add a bit of a 10 of Wands moment to your back. So a little bit too much. So try not to take on too much, Virgos. I know that you are the great planner and nurturer and you want to take care of everybody, but sometimes it could be too much and then we don't take care of ourselves in the process. All right, so let's take a look at the very first card. Will it be a court card? Will it be a major arcana card? Let's see. All right, so the first question is, what will be hatching for Virgos in April 2022? So what is hatching for you guys? Oh, it's a major arcana card. Okay, so Leo was the only one that like broke the chain on that one. They had a court card yesterday. So you guys have the moon actually. And we are coming up on a new moon. We have an Aries new moon coming up pretty soon. So let's take a look at what's hatching for you this spring. Okay. All right. So the message that I'm getting, and possibly this connects to that theme card that I pulled from Wally's World about the overwhelm, that there is so many opportunities coming in for you. Sumi said the Lions played a joke on me. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's right. Because they've been your guides as of late. So yeah, I think they were kind of screwing around yesterday. They're like, oh yeah, you think you know what card we're gonna have? But I do believe with all of this opportunity, like just things open up for Virgos, you know, where you could start this and you could do this, and oh, that project that you're already working on, here are some other tools to, you know, kind of continue that project and all of these things. So it's like being in a kid in a candy store. You know, Virgo walks in and is like, ah, I want to do that. And I think that this is where this overwhelm is coming from, that there's literally so much that you could do, you know, so much coming in. And I am getting this actually from the Aries new moon, that you may want to take advantage of all of that because you see the benefit of taking advantage of all those things could do. However, those benefits become negatives if we take on too much, because then we aren't able to have the energy to do all of those things and complete those tasks, and then we might feel bad about it. So just again, take things in stride and in moderation. There's going to be plenty to do. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, a lot of really shiny, fun, colorful, neat new things. Just try not to take on all of them at once. Many of those things will still be there in the coming months, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, just try not to take all the pretties home, okay? All right, so let's go into the second question. What gift is being offered to all of our Virgos in April 2022? And we have the Six of Swords. Okay, so with this right away, I was getting that like I said, there's going to be a lot of things that you guys can pick and choose. Lots of sparkly, shiny, colorful things like, ooh, I want to do this, 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 and this. But the greatest gift that's being given to you is where, as you begin these, you automatically know what is a fit for you and what isn't. So there are many people who, you know, because we have so many other signs and things working for us in our chart, that some may feel that once they begin something, they don't want to quit on something. However, Virgo, you're going to be really keen to beginning something and then realizing maybe this isn't for me and feeling okay with letting it go. And that's good, you know. So maybe you're trying all these different things, but that doesn't mean that you need to like stick with them. This doesn't work for me anymore. That's okay because I'm sticking with it, you know. So that is a really nice gift that's being offered to you. You know, a lot of people have the stick with it attitude, even if, you know, they just to have things complete. They just want to complete a project, but you're going to be very in touch with how this makes you feel and how it's affecting your mental state, physical state. And it's like, if you're just not feeling it, you're not feeling it, and you're going to be very good at, okay, well, that's not for me at this time. Let's try this. Okay, but again, there's going to be a lot of things to try, so also don't overwhelmed with that. Okay, let's see, let's look here. Jonathan said, yep, I'm overwhelmed by how much my brain is trying to do all at once. I'm trying to be good about writing down ideas, but limiting the amount of my actions. Yeah, and I'm feeling like in April, at least you're going to know what you feel like you can continue because you want to, and what you're like, maybe not now. All right. So let's go into the third question. What energies will help you to plant new projects? Excuse me. Interesting. So far we have the second Swords card, the Ten of Swords. Okay. So, okay. It's like everything hits me at once. Virgo, you have a lot of energy, by the way, going on. Um, it's just so much different than when I've done the other signs so far. So I was just getting that, as you are, starting certain projects, you may find, hey, this isn't right for me. Um, it's really good to focus on letting go what no longer serves you, like this project, this situation, this thing. And as you cut things away, that leaves more energy, more mental energy, physical energy, emotional energy for you to focus on the things that do light you up and will be really helpful. But you really do have to follow your intuition. So, in order to get those things done that you wish to get done, you really do have to do a bit of pruning in your life. So this one, maybe not in April, maybe not this right now, maybe this not right now, and you clear things away so that, again, you have the energy to do the things that you want to do because they do fill you up and they are going to be beneficial. And you're very good at discernment when it comes to that. Jonathan said, maybe because I'm here. Jonathan, throwing out the energy. All right, let's see. My hair makes my back so hot. Should have put my hair up. Okay, question number 4. What area of your life is going to need nourishment? And we have the Justice card. Well, Lady Justice, who showed up in basically every single zodiac reading I've done thus far. Justice. Okay, this is what I was getting. And I heard the neighbor's television just crank up all of a sudden. Oh, sorry. Did my hair just get right into the microphone? Give me just a second. Everybody's like, all I hear is wind right now. There we go. And dude. Okay. And we're back. All right. So what is needing nourishment right now is watching out when you feel the need to be the one who jumps into, okay, how do I want to put this? You know how there's always that one person, like let's say at schools, that wants to be super involved in their kids' PTA, or who wants to be super involved in their community, meetup groups, that wants to be wary of wanting to be super involved and taking on too much from all of the different groups that you belong to. So that's just what I was getting with that. It was a very interesting message, and that coming from Justice, which is also Libra, that whatever it is that you are involved in, there's, always that one volunteer that wants to take on everything. Here, I can do it and I can do that. And yeah, I'm sure you can, and I'm sure you have many talents, and I'm sure, that you are the ultimate when it comes to planning. But by spreading yourself so thin, it makes it very hard for you to shine those qualities and for you to feel good and fulfilled in all of those things. So just an area of nourishment is just making sure that you nourish your energy and don't spread yourself too thin. That's what I was getting with that message. Okay, question number 5. What strength can you showcase in April of 2022? Let's take a look-ski. We have the 6 of Wands, and this is being our first Wands card where everything pretty much had a sword. We have the 6 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, Justice. Lady Justice has a sword in her hands. Okay, so a strength that you can showcase. You are really good at helping others to see their strengths. That is one of your strengths, and by building people up, you're not blowing smoke up people's tailpipes, but you're really good at seeing people's genuine strengths, what they're really good at, and saying, hey, let's put you here because that's where you excel. Let's put you here because that's where you excel, and that's going to help collaborative efforts work that much more efficiently because you are so good at seeing what other people are good at. That is your strength, as seeing other people's strengths. So keep it up, especially when you're working on things together. Things are just going to work so much more smoothly because everybody is literally working within their strength. So that is amazing. And that's also why you don't want to spread yourself so thin, because you want you want to be able to give focus to these people instead of trying to focus on 100 different people. Let's just focus on maybe 5 or 6, or maybe 4, as in the 4 of, or 6 of wands here. All right, let's take a look into question number 6. What area of your life is going to need a bit of a refresh? Okay, Virgo. I don't know why you're getting all the air energy right now, but you have another swords card. So interesting, muy interesante. We have Knight of Swords. Okay, so what needs a bit of a refresh is focus. Because I said you're going to be a kid in a candy store come April, which is literally just a couple of days away now, where you're going to do everything. You're going to spread yourself everywhere, and trying to help everyone else so that everybody can achieve their dreams, but you're going to need to focus on just a few things that you want to accomplish in April. And that might be very hard for you, but in this case, and what I was getting here with kind of like the crow head that's on her head, is to invite other people to hold you accountable. You know how there's people that hold you accountable for going to the gym and things like that. Well, you're going to have somebody there that holds you accountable for your self-care and your self-love. So, tell your closest best friend or, partner, hey, I want to just focus on these. When you see me going a little cray-cray and taking on way too much, please stop me. So find an accountability partner for April. All right, let's see. Going into question number 7, what needs to be in your life right now? And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Grounding, my friend, grounding. I know you have a lot of grounding in earth already within you, within your chart, but try to ground even more. And by that, I mean, stop, pause, meditate, truly ground yourself, go through all of your gratitudes, all of that, and then meditate on one task at a time. This first project, how does it make me feel? And this is where you probably want to journal. How does that make me feel? What's its role on my mental energy, my physical energy, my emotional energy? Is this taking any sort of time away from my loved ones? If so, how much? Is this taking any sort of time away from my spiritual practice and my personal self-care practice? If so, how much? And by doing that, I believe you will stay more present and more grounded in the projects that you do choose to invite in April. So grounding, please ground. All right, let's see. Let's go into some crystals. All right, crystals. What crystals could Virgo be using in April of 2022? Ooh, interesting. We have sugilite. Look at that one. Beautiful sugilite there. The harmonizing effects of sugilite are so profound that it is an effective stone for many physical disorders, especially those of emotional origin. Remember, not taking on too much. What is the physical pain distracting you from? Sugilite is here to help and is one of the most supportive meditation and dream stones you can utilize. And actually, here is a bit of rough sugilite. Jonathan said, wear some grounding crystals. There, dude, Jonathan, just wear those crystals all the way up your arms. Put them all around your neck. So this is a lovely piece of rough sugilite that is from James, who was the magical hand that just handed this to me. Let's see. Sugilite is here to help and is one of the most supportive meditation and dream stones you can utilize. Purple corresponds to your crown chakra and your ability to connect with your higher power. Named after its discoverer, Dr. Kenichi Tsuji, it was not found in Japan until 1944. To date, it is only found in 2 places in the world, South Africa and Japan. So a possible stone, if you have this around, perhaps you would like to utilize it in the month of April, or if you don't have this, maybe just meditate on the image of it. Of course, it's not the same as having it physically in your hand, but I still believe you can still get benefit when meditating on a crystal's energy from afar. All right, so let's take a look at our other stone that you can utilize, Calcite, which has come up for quite a few signs thus far, and one that I was using a few days ago or a couple of days ago with all this solar flare stuff that we have going on. It's just like, it's not only making my energy a little weird, but it's making like electronics and all of that. So anyway, Calcite. Calcite has an ancient system in place to support and protect as you move to the next level of growth. Think of Calcite, which comes in not only its beautiful raw form, but, well, that's kind of bright, but in a polished spherical form as well. So in its raw form, something very much like this with its beautiful sprays. So maybe possibly meditating on these. Okay, and I love Calcite. I just think it's like Calcite and I'm trying to think of my howlite. They're both like very gentle, very calming. I love both of them. Think of Calcite as laying a firm foundation, one that balances and aligns with effects that are long-lasting. Calcite can be used effectively with vetiver essential oil. Vetiver is a grass that is sown wherever there is an erosion of the soil in India because its strong roots prevent more soil loss. Use Calcite in your meditation practice or lay it directly on the body. Calcite is a prismatic crystal often found in fibrous radiating masses, just like this. So there we go, Calcite. And our final stone that you could incorporate in the month of April is blue calcite. Throat chakra. So soothing. Meditate with cool blue calcite when you intend to manifest. Calcite is a stone of manifestation. It says, do not worry, there is no need, money comes. By the way, we have some blue calcite right here, or if you would like some in their polished spherical form, this is actually Caribbean blue calcite, which is like one of my faves. So, all right. Know that as you connect more and more to the simple truth that you are held in total and complete safety and love, you begin to release any and all fear and anxiety around financial issues. As this happens, you are free to see the bigger picture and all the amazing possibilities. The largest documented crystals of calcite are found in Iceland and weigh over 250 tons. That's a lot of trucks. All right, so some lovely stones, like I said, that you could utilize in the month of April. It's totally up to you. Sorry, my hair is just like getting caught everywhere. You can meditate on the energy of the image, or if you have the actual crystal on hand, either in jewelry or in raw or polished form, you know, hey, bust them out. Okay, let's see. Let's go into pulling some cards for a few different areas this month. Oh, actually, let's go into the essential oil. Jonathan said, I have a Caribbean blue calcite heart. That sounds amazing. I love Caribbean blue calcite. Almost forgot about our essential oil. Let's take a look at an essential oil that you guys can utilize, and that is lemon eucalyptus. Energizes the spirit. I love the fresh scent of eucalyptus, or even just like actually pulling like eucalyptus leaves and then like rubbing them so you get the oils on your fingers. Like, it smells so good. And actually, the wand that I used at the very beginning is eucalyptus. So hey. So if you don't actually have lemon eucalyptus on hand, maybe you can find something else that is equally energizing and refreshing, so that as you are picking and choosing, not taking on too much in the month of April, picking and choosing your projects, you continually keep your energy nice and refreshed, so that you can give it your full attention, each of those few projects, not all of the projects, but at least a few. All right. Okay, so let's go into what to stabilize what's already blossomed for you, Virgo. So those things that you guys are already working on and possibly, you know, carrying over into April, how can we stabilize it? And we have the Strength card and we have the Three of Pentacles. So how you can stabilize the things that you're already doing is, number one, make sure that you're working with others on it. So not trying to do everything by yourself, as sometimes Virgos are wont to do. So not trying to take everything on yourself, and knowing your boundaries. And I'm getting that with the Strength card here. So understanding your energetic boundaries, physical limitations, emotional limitations, not trying to, hit the, red line every single time, but knowing, okay, this month, this is my boundaries. This is what I'm going to do. I have my accountability partner, which could be here, but also I'm going to delegate. Could you help me with this? Could you help me with this? And you'll see that, with this lovely symphony of folks coming together, that the projects are going to be that much more amazing because you have all these other wonderful people whom you've helped to find their strengths, to help create something even better than one person can do alone. So there you go. Jonathan's like sweating over there. Okay, and then our final card is what door is opening for you in April of 2022. And we have the Lovers card. And hey, how are you? Hi, he is here. So the door that's opening for you, the Lovers card, I do see, with, like I said, you're going to be like a kid in a candy store, all you little Virgos, with so many things that you could do, so many possibilities, so many new projects, so many just new thoughts on the horizon, that if you can ground yourself, have your accountability partner, focus on just a few things. Try not to let yourself become overwhelmed, by clearing out your space. Make sure everything's nice and clear that doesn't need to be there so that you can have absolute focus on those things. That of at least one of those things, I think you're going to find not only, I would say, a new talent that you have, like something that you didn't know that you were actually really good at, but something that really truly lights you up. And this is a major arcana card, so I do feel like you're going to find like a new interest that is pretty awesome. Like let's say, for instance, like when I first started learning runes, of course I have all these other divination methods, and then when I started learning runes, it was like, it's like my new love. So I do feel like you are going to find a quote unquote new love of a particular activity or project, and it's going to be your baby. So that's why you don't want to take on so much at once, is because you might accidentally overlook this because you won't be able to give it too much of your attention. But if you're just taking on a few projects, you'll be able to find that there's at least one thing where you're like, hey, I'm like actually pretty good at this. This is actually pretty awesome. So there you go. Everybody's saying hello to our new friend popping in. All right, let's see. Going into those 4 areas I talked about at the very beginning using V's Feelings in Bloom deck. And so we're going to look into health, wealth, love, and career. So what's rocking in those areas for our little Virgoians? All right, so Virgo, when it comes to health, Virgo, April 22, wealth. Virgo, April 22, love. And whoa, okay, no, that's too many cards, Virgo. Just bring it back now. All right, Virgo, April 2022, when it comes to career. All right. So go ahead and put these back in here. All right, let's take a look at health. So when it comes to health, we have passionate. I love with every beat of my heart. Okay, so Virgo, this is what I'm getting. Again, and this is all from the suggestions here, if you can ground yourself, just taking on a few things that you can give your attention to, I also believe that leaves you enough energy to start paying attention, if you're not already paying attention, to your health, so that your health doesn't suffer in lieu of the millions of things that you want to accomplish in April, because everything just looks so delectable and so delicious that you want to do everything. So if you can pare it down from, Willy Wonka's factory to maybe just a couple of sweets, then your health is going to thank you. And your health means everything. It's not just like your muscles or anything like that. It's also your dietary health, it's your emotional health, it's your mental health, it's your spiritual health, it's your whole well-being. And that is going to thank you, because you will still have energy to take care of yourself and to do your spiritual practice, because you've allowed that time by just focusing on a few different projects. And this is also where your accountability partner will help you out. So if that person can step in and remind you to just keep your focus on a few things, try not to burn yourself out, then again, you have more time for you. So I see your health as being on the up and up, and you have like the little hearts here from the, that's bleeding heart, the plant. So this is going to be really good for, I was just kind of seeing like, the heart beating so strongly, like everything. Yeah, I feel less stress. I feel really happy and filled with the things that I'm doing. I'm happy because I can also utilize my strength, which is helping others to find their strength. And it's just like filling up your wells, in April. So that is amazing. So let's go into wealth. We have overloaded. I can only take on what I can handle. I was just talking about this, Virgo, literally for this whole entire reading. So that just like reiterated, like I don't know how else to reiterate the message, is when you spread yourself too thin, it's not just you physically that takes a hit, but it's everything in your life. The people that you're surrounded with, the people that love you, that if you're spreading yourself too thin, how can you have time for not only yourself, but for your loved ones, for your fur babies, for your regular babies, like human babies, for, going off and doing a lot of the things that you like to go do. And it also affects the finances as well, because if you're trying to do all these different things, chances are it's going to cost money. And so you're going to want to put money towards all of these different things, and it makes things really tight. And plus, if you're trying to bring in money, but you don't have, everything is kind of held up at the moment, everything's a little locked up because you're here, and here. Where's the abundance supposed to go? It's like, well, he or she is busy there, and there. I guess we'll just wait till next month for the abundance. So keep that channel open as well, the wealth open, by, again, just focusing on those few projects. Okay, let's take a look at love, and this pertains to whether you are actually in a relationship or dating around or not in a relationship right now. We have grateful. I appreciate the abundance around me. It's like the cards just keep playing off of each other. That's why I love this deck so much. Like, V makes some great decks. So her shop on Etsy is called V Love and Crystals, but she has that's the name of one of her channels, but her other channel, V Love and Tarot, she is amazing. Okay. So when it comes to love, this is a practice in gratitude for all of the different types of love around you, whether it's romantic love, it's a friend's love, it's the love from your fur baby, it's the love from, just the plants, if you take care of plants and things like that. It's the love of that's just surrounding you, the energy around you, and being grateful for it. So as you're doing your grounding practices and you're thinking about your gratitudes, it's not only the people in your life, but it's also the things that bring you joy. Not the material things really, but so much as I thank you for, like, when I look out this window every morning, although there are these palm trees that don't really produce a whole lot of shade, they just make me happy, just kind of looking at them as they sway in the breeze. And so by doing that, I bring in more love, abundance. I'm showing my love for the trees out there, my love for those birds, especially the grackles that are so very vocal. All those birds out there chattering away. Thinking about Chunky Monkey, which is our resident kitten, here, which I need to go find out where Chunky Monkey's been for a little bit. Plus our neighbor cats, the fat cats next door. There's a stripy cat and a big tuxedo cat, and just showing my love for all of these energies that show me their love and attention, their energy, even if some of those cats, they're not my cats. I feel their hellos and their goodbyes and what are you up to, those things, and I show gratitude for it. So thus more love comes into my life because I acknowledge the love that's around me. So this, is for whether you're with somebody or not. Showing your gratitude towards the love that surrounds you could only bring in more love. All right, let's take a look into career, my little Virgos. We have anxious. My nerves won't get the best of me. All right, so whatever you do for a living, you know, whether you are self-employed or you work for somebody else, or you're kind of in the middle of a few different jobs, or, you know, working part-time here, here, and here, just remember that as you take on more things, you're taking time away from other things, taking time away from yourself, family, your job, you know, even if it's you're the boss of that job. Just keep that in mind. And I'm not saying, you know, don't take on anything new, but when you take on new things, just know how that's going to affect everything. And when you take on way too much, you know that it's really affecting everything. So I do see that there could be a bit more stress and tension at work when you take on more than you can truly handle. So just kind of keep that in mind. Princess Nora is here. Hello, hello. Jonathan said, I'm learning to love being an oracle creator. Just came out with my first deck, the Hawaiian Lenormand deck. Really? I will have to check that out. Do you have a link ski or somewhere we can maybe take a look at this deck? Because that is amazing. That is amazing. Congratulations. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah. The Good Karma Tarot. I want to take a look into a few different, a couple of different things for you guys. An opportunity coming your way in April, and also a possible block, and maybe how to overcome that block. So let's take a look. Many people find this deck to be really gentle, and it was my best friend who introduced me to this deck. She lives out in Belgium, so of course she had a version that was in French, and then I found out there was a version in English, and I was like, hey, have to get that. Okay, so a possible opportunity coming up for our little Virgos, and a possible block. And then we'll take a look at how we can overcome that block. Okay. Because it does us no good with just knowing something's going to be there, but then, like, what are you supposed to do when it gets there? If it gets there. Okay, so let's take a look at, let's take a look at the block first, and then we'll take a look at the opportunity. All right, so a possible block, we have the King of Cups. You know, right away, this to me is an actual person in your life. Okay, so this may only pertain to a few of you guys out there. This may not be for everybody, so just, you know, with all of the messages, of course, you know, take what connects with you. But Virgo, you are a loving, giving, caring, nurturing sign. You have so many talents and strengths. You're wonderful. I mean, every sign has their strengths and their wonderful traits. However, I do believe that there is at least one person in your life right now who likes to exploit those wonderful qualities that you have, your nurturing, mothering, you know, caring, giving traits, your wonderful personality. So be careful of those who want to take more than they give. So as you're trying to do all of the things, and oh, this would be nice, this would be nice, there might be that person, can you help me with this? Oh, please, can you just, I'm going through a really rough patch, could you just help me with this? And it seems like the more they ask, you know, of course, the first maybe couple of times, sure, I can help because that's who you are. Sure, I'll help you, no problem. And then you realize it becomes more of a everyday thing if this isn't already. Oh, yeah, well, I just also, could you help me with this? And oh, and I'm going through a rough thing, and it seems like all they do is unload onto you. They don't have maybe too much time to hear what's going on in your life, or, you know, as having like some reciprocity in terms of energy. It seems like it's, I need something from you. Please, I need something from you. Could you do something for me? Could you listen to me? And not really anything in return. You know, they might say, oh yeah, yeah, and if you need help anytime, yeah, sure, I'll be there for you. But then where are they? So I'm not saying this is a bad person, but make sure, like I had here before, I was talking about boundaries. Just make sure that you're working on your boundaries, so that this person knows their place. They know that they can't just keep taking from you. They might have to take a look at themselves and be like, oh, maybe I should try to work on some of this stuff myself, or possibly ask, you know, somebody else, so that they don't take away all of your time and energy from the things that you want to accomplish in April. So just be careful of those energetic vampires that may not even know that they're vampires. They may very well be nice people. They just overstep boundaries. So, Sherry Bug, hey, how are you? Says hi all, popping in to say hi. What's up? All right, let's go into opportunities then. All right, Jonathan said, finally figured out the website link. All right, you guys, so Jonathan has put a link to his new deck. So it's a deck that he has created. It's his very first one, so you guys give it a look. And actually, after the chat today, I'm going to go have a look. All right, so an opportunity coming your way, we have the Four of Wands. And we had actually the Six of Wands earlier. All right, nice. So I do see this as a bringing people together, and that's something that I already mentioned earlier, you know, with you being able to find the strengths in everyone, and thus not trying to take on everything yourself, you know, inviting other people in because you see what they're good at, and it just makes things so much easier, and it makes things more fun, creative, because you get to laugh, share ideas, you know, you're not the only one stressed out, you know, maybe you guys can alleviate each other's stress, find ways to work around, or, you know, it's just, I do see that opportunity with making sure that you bring people in to help you. Please don't try to be a lone wolf in April. Try not to get everything done yourself. Jonathan said, both of these Wands cards have been stalking me lately. Jonathan. Could it be the universe is trying to tell you something? All right. That happens to me too. I'll be pulling cards for myself no matter what deck I have, and for a while it was like the Fool card would just stalk me over and over, and then I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna have other people read for me, Fool card. Okay, well, I'm just gonna watch some folks on the internet pull cards, Fool card. Until I actually found out what the Fool card meant. I took the Fool's leap, and now it's not stalking me anymore. It's nice to see other cards popping up now. All right, let's see, let's go into, ooh, heck yeah, one of my favorite parts, the viewer's choice. All right, so this is where you guys get to vote on the next question. So there's two questions. I'm going to have you vote with emojis. So either a heart emoji for the first question, or if you want the second question, you want me to pull cards on that one, then vote with a green heart. So it's either going to be a red heart or a green heart. Here we go. So vote with a red heart if you want to have the answer to what your biggest lesson is for the month of April 2022 as a Virgo. Or vote with a green heart if you want to hear the answer to where do I need more balance as a Virgo in April 2022. Jonathan said those stalkers are thanks to us not listening the first time. Dude, I usually don't listen the first 600 times. All right, Sumi's going green all the way, so she's all about the second question. So again, if you want the first question, vote with a red heart, what is the biggest lesson this month, or vote with a green heart, where do you need more balance? All right, Jonathan's also going with the green heart, so we have two green hearts. Anybody else who's in the chat today, if you want to throw in a heart, either red heart or green heart. Red heart for first question, green heart for second question. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to pull a card from my Animal Love Oracle deck. All right. Pulling from my animals. Okay. Again, just trying to get my hair off the microphone. It must sound so weird in the video because just hair just across the mic. Okay. So it looks like we're going to be going with that second question, and that second question is, where do I need more balance as a Virgo in April 2022? Let's see what our animal friends have to say. So our animals are very wise. For the most part, they don't deal with no egos. They deal purely off of emotion, intuition, a keenness for understanding their environment, understanding those around them, which make them, I would say, little spirit guides in the physical. Whoa. Okay, well, that's our card. That just kind of flew out all crazy. All right, let me put these away. And let's take a look at where you could have more balance in your life in April of 2022. Oh, interesting. We have the dragonfly. And it says self-reflection, prosperity, and the inspiration of light. Okay. So what I was getting with this, when it comes to balance, dragonflies. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody here has dragonflies where they live to some degree. And they may not all look the same, but for the most part, dragonflies are very gentle looking. You have to be very careful, kind of like butterflies. You know, if you manhandle an insect like that, you're going to either kill it or hurt it. So, where you need more balance is understanding your energetic and physical limitations. Like, actually, you know, when people are like, know your boundaries, and we usually roll our eyes, yeah, my boundaries, yeah. But truly, if we take on more than we can handle mentally, physically, emotionally, we start to break down. It's like we're manhandling ourselves. We are these delicate dragonflies. Yes, they are powerful in a sense. Yes, they can accomplish much. They are magical. You know, they are bearers of great wisdom, as you know, we all are at some time, whether we call ourselves intuitives, you know, or not, or tarot readers or not. You know, we are all connected to some degree. And if these dragonflies were to take on too much, you know, let's say they wanted to carry the whole dragonfly colony on their back, like they would probably just hit the ground. And it would hurt them. If they tried to do too much in one day, they'd probably kill themselves. It would hurt them. And so, in a way, when we take on too much, we hurt ourselves. Either our mental health declines and suffers, we start suffering from panic attacks, anxiety, depression, you know, all of those things, and more. Or our relationships start to suffer. We start arguing with people. There's more negativity because our vibration lowers. And when our vibration lowers, other negative things that love to feed on low vibration start coming in, hence like, you know, little acheons and things like that that like to feed on that low vibration energy, and that hurts us. Sometimes our body rebels. It's like, hey, I'm gonna throw in an upset stomach and a headache, and you're gonna blow your knee out, and you're gonna hurt your back, and all of these things because everything's trying to get you to slow down. You're taking on too much. And so really it's a balance in understanding your boundaries. Understand when you are hurting yourself, which means you really have to be in tune with your body, your energy, and all of that. Sumi said, yes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Exactly. When we stand before a task, you know, we may want to like just, oh, how am I going to eat this entire elephant? It's like, well you can't. You literally like hurt yourself trying to do so. Just one piece at a time. You know, when moving one mountain over here, I can't physically pick up a mountain, but you know, I can pick up a grain of sand, and I can do it just little bit by little bit. So balance when it comes to your energy and the things that you're taking on, and realize when you have hurt yourself, and when your body and your energy is trying to tell you, hey, slow down. All right. Okay, so from there, let's go into a healing. Let's bust out those beautiful antique singing bowls. And what I do with this healing, my intention is to help just kind of clear the energy for your intentions. What is it that you want to accomplish in April? What is it that you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on, you know, having an accountability partner? Do you want to focus on a few projects? Do you already know what those projects are? Are you going to want to focus on how to understand your boundaries, you know, things like that. So what is it that you intend for this? I am just more opening up the energy to bring in your intentions and just make it that much more clear for you. So I'm going to have you work on your breathing. So let's all get nice and cozy. All right, so whether you're laying down or sitting down, just kind of relax everything and take a nice deep breath in. Filling up the chest, the diaphragm, the stomach, and out. And as you breathe out, try to get that belly button to touch the spine. And in. and out. All right, as you continue breathing, you may want to visualize roots extending down from your posterior, your legs, your feet, and those roots going down, down, down into the soil, into Mama Gaia, twisting and tangling, moving around with all the other root systems from all the other plants, animals, people, diving their roots into Mama Gaia. Watch those roots slowly make their way to her beautiful golden core. Continue breathing. Nice deep inhales and full exhales. Okay, continue breathing, and then you're imagining those wonderful roots, the roots of everything, tangling, wrapping themselves around, embedding themselves in that beautiful golden core, the heartbeat of the earth, Gaia's heartbeat, twining around and around and around, twisting themselves in. And as you do, breathing in Gaia's energy, her power, her love, her peace, her balance. Breathe that in. And exhale anything that doesn't serve you at this time. Okay, continue on with your breathing while I set up the Tibetan singing bowls. Breathing in your intentions for April, exhaling everything that you want to release in April. Everything that no longer serves you, everything that will not serve your goals, your projects, how you wish to feel, how you wish to operate in the month of April. Okay, continue breathing in and out. And as you do so, don't forget to bring down that source energy from your highest chakras all the way down, and you are going to bring source all the way down through you into Gaia's core. You are now a lovely conduit of energy, both energies going through you, energies from above and energies from below. So you have Gaia's energy rising through you through the top, source energy coming down through the top, down below, and filling Mama Gaia with that energy. Being grateful that you can be a conduit of this beautiful, beautiful energy. All right? And I am going to move the camera down so that you guys can see the Tibetan singing bowls. So give me just a moment. Okay. Okay, like I said, continue breathing. And here we go. You guys continue breathing. Start bringing your awareness back into your body. You may want to wiggle your fingers and toes. I'm getting with the camera here. And if you wish to open your eyes once again, go ahead. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I always love busting out the Tibetan singing bowls. They're just so nice. I'm like, ah. Anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody who joined in the live chat today. And I'm wishing you a wonderful April 2022 for all you Virgos out there, no matter where Virgo is placed in your chart, or maybe you're just here to get a better understanding of the Virgoans in your life. Hopefully it helped. Let's see. Shaylee is here. Hello, hello. Says, how are you? I'm doing great. How are you? Actually, I just finished eating dinner, so I love being able to hang out with you guys after dinner, pull a few cards, play some Tibetan singing bowls. It is a good time. And Sheldon is here, says greetings everyone. Hello, hello. Shaylee said thank you. You are very welcome. You guys are very welcome. So thank you to everybody, like I said, who popped in, everybody who is subscribed to this channel, everybody who gives it thumbs ups and comments and shares and all of that good stuff. Those are all different ways to support me and what I do here, because what I do here, I love to do for you guys. So it's a beautiful exchange of energy. We have a wonderful community. I'm so eternally grateful for everything that we have here. And those of you that have been giving, either receiving readings from me or signing up for my Leon Mystery School or the newsletter, which I said I just finished writing. I have to go through and I have to proofread it, and then it'll come out on the 1st. So the link is also down below. If you go through my website, you can sign up for my newsletter if you want to. It is several hundred people strong, which is like amazing. Like, people want to like actually hear from me each month. But I don't do any spamming or anything. I literally send you an email once a month, and that is my newsletter. So if you want to sign up for that, go ahead. And all of my other links are down below. If you want to check out Desert Cauldron, thank you to everybody who's bought things from our little witchy shop. And it's not the royal we, it's actually James and I. So we make all the things that are in the shop, and some of the things are many of the lovely crystals we got in Tucson. So definitely look at those. We just uploaded a bunch of green apophyllite and apophyllite with stilbite. So definitely check those out because they are gorgeous. Oh, and petrified wood. We just added some petrified wood. So check those out. And again, thank you to everybody who's thinking about joining the YouTube memberships, and to all of my patrons who I will mention by name now. So thank you, Michelle, Surian, Brandy, V, Samara, Kirsten, the Silver Wheel Witch, Jason, Brian, and Kayla. Thank you so much for your continued support, and everybody who supported, no matter how you've supported, and the super chats, super stickers, all of those things. So anyway, wishing you all a wonderful, healthy, lovely, love-filled, light-filled, joy-filled month of April 2022. May all of your intentions come true for your best and highest good. All right, so catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful evening or morning, depending on your time zone. So peace, love, and chicken grease, you guys. Peace out. Bye.